don't know what it is, but I ain't letting go. I ain't letting go, bro. I ain't letting go. I ain't letting go. Or maybe I should work on that. But anywho, I think I'm addicted to making sure I'm not addicted to anything, which of course, consequently, makes me addicted to something, and that something is nothing. I like being addicted to nothing, but I'm so fixated on not being addicted that one could say I'm addicted. And that's the paradox, right? That's the part where it's like, nigga, if you don't shut up, if you don't shut that shit down, if you don't stop speaking Chinese, no, I'm playing. But yeah, that was I don't know. Yeah, well, 2025, we might be okay with that. Anywho, yeah, I don't know. I just have this drive for control, not being caught by anything, whether substances or habits or people. I just think it's like an addiction to absence, an addiction to escape the vulnerabilities of addiction. It's weird, man. It's weird. If anybody else feels this way, feel free to leave a comment. And even if you don't feel this way, feel free to talk about the things in which you are addicted to. Again, if you're not going to leave a like or subscribe, be sure to leave a comment. You know how I end these videos. I would love to have a conversation with you guys. But yeah, anywho, control, man. It's I feel like if you're addicted to not being addicted, then the moment like you loosen that grip, you feel like you failed at your own system of survival. It's like, oh no, here I go needing something. Oh no, like, and I could delve into where this stems from, but again, feel free to leave a comment. Go ahead and ask. Hey Houston, why you like this? I'm a much better writer than I am speaker. This is me free flowing. It's a constant open door flow of consciousness right now. So it's no structure to it other than the topic at hand. But I could start talking about out of nowhere. It's like, yo, where did that come from? It's like, well, you can't see the roadmaps of my mind, but when we're there, and hey, we're here. But yeah, yeah. I don't know if this is something I need to solve or need to like take care of. I need to like adjust. People have their opinions. People have their views. They're always like, you need to do this more, or you need to do that more, or you need to be more like this, you need to be more like that. And it's like I just need you to shut the hell up because none of you guys know what you're doing. Or maybe you know what you're doing, right? But I bet you it's not to a full extent. You have the most understanding of yourself. And I'd appreciate it if you grant me that same understanding, that same knowing that as you know as much as yourself or know the most of yourself, I would know the most of myself. So trust me, bro, I got this. I have to get this. If I don't got it, if I don't get it, I'm done for. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not weak minded. I'm not well, see, it's the idea of me not being addicted to anything, right? Me holding on to that, which makes me feel like I'm not weak minded. But that's my personal standard, right? Because I look at somebody else who's addicted, and I'm like, trust me, I get it. I get it. I see an alcoholic, and I'm like, dude, I'm right with you. Whole time I'm sober, but you know, mentally, emotionally, human to human, I'm right there with you. I see a druggie, I'm right there with you, and a sex addict, I'm right there with you. But it's like I think there's a lot of anxiety around letting go from me. Even so much so where it's like the Christian faith, I've been trying to uh assimilate. I've been trying to be more be more of a Christian, I guess, is a way to put it. But what it asks for the individual to like give up that thinking, that intellect. I was watching this lecture on Kierkegaard's. This is from my philosophy people. If you don't care too much about this, you might want to skip it. I don't know to which part though. I ain't putting in timestamps. But anywho, yeah, he was just talking about how like there's a split between the aesthetic man, which is the individual who analyzes, who thinks, who finds satisfaction in sensual and intellectual experiences, and then there's also the man who lives by faith, who doesn't really have, I guess, attachments, so to speak. But like you can't mix the two. It's either or. Either or was the phrase in which he kind of labeled that whole idea. It's either or. And in my head, I'm like, I don't know, man. I think you know, you can figure something out. You can figure something out. But anywho, yeah, I'm not gonna make this longer than what it needs to. I just come on here and just express myself, I guess. Anywho, we're not gonna get into that. Let me know if you're addicted to anything. If you're addicted to anything, just leave it down below. We can talk more about it. Again, guys, I'm gonna be talking about it all throughout these. Like, you got to start leaving comments. You got to start like expressing yourself and like having these conversations and like building the community, building a bubble. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all about the thought process around here. We got to be able to express and put on display our inner thoughts. Mm, that might be a motto. Anywho, as I was just saying, but my outro. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. But if you're not going to do any of that, at the very least, please do leave a comment. I would love to have a conversation with you. Peace out.